And what's going on, guys? Alex here, and today I'd like to show you my desk setup, which I have gathered piece by piece together for almost 3 years, and right now I'm finally happy with the result. So let's begin with the core of the setup. The core of the setup is this enormously huge standing desk. It's a generic one which I have bought for something around $300, which is very cheap for this such an awesome and big piece of tech. I use it in both standing mode and seated mode. It has 3 memory buttons. I use it as a standing desk, so I'm standing during work, during editing, recording podcast, because this chair, which we'll head a little bit later, is a very squeaky one, so that's why I have to record all of the podcasts when I'm standing. Continuing to another core of the setup is my Razer Blade laptop 2020 base model, but with 32GB of RAM. It's an amazing laptop. I have played Cyberpunk on it. I have edited lots of videos. I have edited lots of podcasts, streamed using this laptop. It's very amazing and good looking piece of a laptop. That's why I highly recommend this laptop to anyone who is looking for something more a stealthy version of a laptop, but with a very good gaming characteristics, because this one contains 2060 RTX graphics card. So continuing to another important piece of tech is the same as it was before in my previous desk setup, is my monitor 27-inch 4K 1 with 60 Hz. It's an amazing monitor with awesome color correction. It still works and still works the same as before. I have had no problems with it. So, and the last piece of the core of the setup is this chair. It's the cheapest one I could get, but with a lumbar pillow which was bought from the Amazon, just in order for me to sit more ergonomically, because my back pain, I'm suffering from it for already something around 5 years. Anyway, let's continue to the peripherals. The peripherals, let's go from the left side to the right side. On the left side, the first and one of the most important piece of tech which sponsors my productivity is this thermal mug from Kambuka. It's one for 500 milliliters, half the liter, and it's very important for one simple reason, because I like to drink coffee and tea a lot, and that's why I usually used to get a cup of coffee and get to work, but I was always finishing the cup of coffee very fast, and that's why I had to stand up and get another one. And that's why I just lost this sense of flow. So I have bought myself this awesome thermal mug. So it contains 2.5 cups of coffee, usual ones. That's why I can save the flow for a little bit longer. So next to the thermal mug is stand for my wireless ANC headphones from JBL. I love these headphones very much. The ANC there is simply amazing. I usually use them when I'm studying somewhere in the library, or also when I am at the gym, because the music at the gym, it's okay, but I prefer to listen to my music or my podcasts with no interruptions there. Also, over here stands a speaker from JBL, the JBL Go, the first edition, very cheap one. Usually use it outside somewhere, but haven't used it in a long time. Under the speaker of the JBL is my vlogging camera, Sony AS50. It's a very amazing and very old camera, and to be honest, I haven't filmed some vlog on it, but I am planning on filming something vlogish like. It has a very good microphones, have served me well, and shoots 1080p, the same quality I'm recording right now. So next to the headphone stand, which by the way is from AliExpress for something like $12. Very good thing, and by the way, today you will see lots of stuff from AliExpress, because AliExpress obviously sponsors the student desk setup. Yeah, a budget one, more or less. So next to the headphone stand stands the Logitech subwoofer, and it is connected to these tweeters. This Logitech subwoofer is from a speaker set of Logitech Z333, and this speaker set is simply amazing. It also has a dimmer which allows me to control the volume of my setup and also to turn these speakers on and off. So going next is over here for a wireless charger stand from Xiaomi. Wireless charger stand because I used to spend lots of time at the table and I prefer my phone to be always charged and ready to go. That's why I have bought this thing, a very cheap one, highly recommend. Next to it stands my gamepad on a stand from AliExpress as well, very cheap one, simple piece of plastic, and my gamepad is Xbox the second generation with the Bluetooth. This gamepad is a very good one. The only problem I've had with it is that I have to charge the batteries, but others it is a very good gamepad and I used to play a lot when I had an exam session because this exam session was a quite easy one for me. Next to the gamepad stands the speaker and my second camera, which I use as a second webcam. That's Razer Kaio, the first edition with the ring light, but the ring light I don't use, and as you can see it still works. Besides the camera stands the actual ring light. The actual ring light, I have two of them, one over there and the second one over here, so two cameras and two ring lights. I use it when I'm filming the videos, obviously, and also when I am chatting with someone over Discord or Teams in the evening. So, next to all of this setup is located my lamp from Xiaomi, the previous one, which I don't use anymore as a desk lamp. I use this lamp for an ambient lighting in the evening. And talking about the lamp which I'm actually using as a desk lamp is this one on top of my monitor from Yeelight or Xiaomi. No, not Yeelight, not Xiaomi, but Mijia desk lamp with this wireless dimmer. I liked the idea of the desk lamp very much, and that's why I wanted to buy the one from the BenQ screen bar, but I didn't like that the dimmer over there has a cable. I have lots of cables over there, and as you will see, I don't like cable management at all, and I have very little of it. And the second thing, it costed a lot. That's why I have bought this one. It has similar functions, and so it works perfectly the same as before. So continuing to the most interesting part of this setup, the most interesting part is of course the keyboard, the mouse pad, and this awesome Stream Deck. Stream Deck I wanted to buy for a very long period of time. This is a Stream Deck XL, very expensive piece of tech, but I love it very much. It helps my workflow. You can do lots of stuff. These buttons are programmable. You can program here macros, opening applications, repositioning windows. Everything you can think of can be programmed over here, and most probably the plugin is already created by some good guy. That's why Stream Deck, love it very much. And continuing to the setup, the keyboard, mouse and the mousepad. The mousepad is from Razer, it's Razer Goliath XL, because I love RGB, and this desk mat is RGB enabled. As you can see, the most pieces of tech on my desk are black and white, and the only thing which are not black and white is the RGB enabled devices. The RGB enabled devices, same as the peripheral lighting on the desk, set the mood, and right now I'm rocking mint green and blue, the royal blue some may say, desk setup color, the ambient color. But still, let's continue to the keyboard. This keyboard is a Razer Huntsman Mini, the one from Razer as well, but with some custom keycaps. The one custom keycap I have ordered from AliExpress as well. It's the one from a zinc alloy with a logo from Witcher and shining eyes. Right now it's set to the red, the only button which is set to the red. And the rest of the keyboard, the rest of the keycaps are from Steel series. It's a pudding ones, the blacks and the whites. So I have two sets of the keycaps and they work pretty fine. The second keyboard I usually use for if I'm working with lots of text is actually Logitech G915 TKL with brown switches. This one, Razer, is with red linear switches. And if we're talking about the TKL keyboard, I love this keyboard very much, but the battery over there is very trashy. That's why I mostly use this keyboard, because I love how it works, I love the size of this keyboard, and the only thing which I like are the arrow buttons. So continuing, also to another accessory for the keyboard is this wrist rest from Razer as well. As you can see, I prefer Razer to other brands, but still, my main gaming mouse is not from Razer, it's a gaming mouse from Glorious PC. It's Glorious PC Model D Wireless. Perfect wireless mouse, very lightweight, also RGB enabled, and I really enjoy using this mouse. I usually use it in order to scroll through the web and something like that. But I'm rocking two wireless mouse setup, and same as all of others productive people out there in the internet, here is my MX Master 3. Perfect mouse, awesome battery life. I suppose you have heard very much about it, so I will spare your time. So continuing, next is this piece of silicone from AliExpress as well. I use this piece of silicone as a stand for Apple Pencil when I am writing something down on my iPad. By the way, talking about iPad, it stands over here on a stand for a laptop from AliExpress as well, because obviously some budget needed to be here. If we're talking about iPad, I have iPad 11-inch with Apple Pencil and some keyboard folio from Apple as well. You may ask me why I'm having an iPad if I am using Android phone and Windows laptop. I will answer you that I have bought this iPad before I have transferred to Windows and Android. That's why I'm still using this one, but I suppose that my next tablet will be something from Samsung. Still love how it works, love then taking notes on it, so helps me very much. Also continuing talking about the second part of the table stands my keyboard and my go-to mouse. This go-to mouse I use mostly when I am somewhere out there in the library studying with my iPad or my laptop, because this mouse can be connected to the PC or to the iPad via Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz channel. And by the way, talking about lighting, I have two lamps from Yeelight on this table just in order to set the mood the same as the rest RGB enabled stuff. This is Yeelight strip which runs on the perimeter of my table, and also Yeelight bedside lamp 2 which stands besides my monitor, the second one, which is the laptop monitor of my Razer laptop, which also sets the mood and casts a little bit of the shadow from the cables beneath it. Also, by the way, one of the most important parts, which technically is not on my desk, is this bedside table, which serves me as a charging station for all of my devices. Because over here I have a Samsung triple wireless charger where I charge my smart watch, where I charge my Galaxy Buds, and sometimes I charge there my phone as well. Also, as you may see, I have lots of cables over here. These cables actually are from different types of devices. I don't use them simultaneously because otherwise I suppose that something will go wrong, of course. Also over there stands the smart speaker from Google. It's Google Nest Hub Mini. Awesome piece of tech, love it very much. Serves me mostly as an alarm and also as a hub for smart home. Also here is the lamp from IKEA, because I like this ambient lighting, as you may have already understood. Also this one neon style planet is on board from AliExpress. Perfect one, connected to my smart plug over here down, and as you may see I don't like cable management. And last thing on my table is this ID card reader, because Latvia has enabled the distant signature, and that's why I can use this card reader in order to insert my ID card and sign lots of documents right from home, and I don't need to visit some offices, which in these COVID times is very important. Thank you for being here with me, and see you next week. Oh, and by the way, this microphone is the same microphone as it was the year before, the Finaly K678. camera Canon EOS 700D Razer Kaio, and the microphone on the camera is Rode Video Micro. That's it. See you next time.